Hi everyone, and welcome to our latest video where we'll be taking 5 minutes with some of our speakers from the programme of the International Forum on Quality and Safety in Healthcare. Today I'm joined by Daljit Hothi, who is the Associate Medical Director for Wellbeing, Leadership and Improvement at Great Ormond Street Hospital. Welcome Dal. Can I start by asking a little bit about your role and how it relates to quality improvement?
So my role, firstly, is to define and articulate the quality strategy within the organisation as the Associate Medical Director. I also mentor and coach colleagues or teams who are undertaking QI projects within the organisation. I think my role is also important in raising the profile of QI across the hospital, both in clinical and non-clinical areas. And finally, it's about building QI capability so it can really accelerate the pace of change within the organisation.
Obviously, the last 12 to 18 months have been hugely challenging for everyone working across the healthcare spectrum and beyond. What have been your main learnings from the last year?
I think the biggest realisation is that through change, our stories connect us and can bring comfort. So let me explain. COVID is a pandemic that's not spared anyone. The virus does bind us, it's something we all have in common. But everyone's experience was or is quite different and unique. And at times, those differences make us feel quite isolated or disconnected. And I think through the simple act of listening to our stories, our journeys, we become connected. We are in relationship with each other. We find solace, understanding and kinship. So I think that's probably one of my greatest reflections.
This year, the theme for the International Forum is Reconnect and Rebuild. What does that mean to you?
So Reconnect for me is about really reconnecting with my QI friends and communities. So this year has been extremely busy and fast-paced, but the focus has been on clinical work. So this conference really allows me to reconnect with my quality improvement colleagues. And then secondly, I think lockdown has also made us think differently about the way we connect with each other. And this virtual platform has really allowed us to connect with colleagues internationally with greater ease. So I think that's also a big part of this conference and that sense of reconnection for me.
And looking ahead, what do you think the biggest challenge quality improvement will face over the next 12 months?
I think COVID, to be honest, has been associated with uncertainty and many forced changes. And many of us in the clinical community are quite tired. We're craving certainty. We want choice, autonomy and control of our lives. So this may result in a reduced appetite for quality improvement or further changes at work. I also think there's a new kid on the block, competing for our colleagues' attention and time, and that kid is digital, and digital may be drawing some people away from our space of QI, so I think that's also a challenge.
And finally, we're really looking forward to your session at the International Forum. Can you tell us a little bit about what you'll be covering and what to expect?
So one of COVID's successes or gifts to us, I think, is raising the profile of mental health and wellbeing. And it's directed organisations to prioritise wellbeing of their staff. So I'll be speaking about Great Ormond Street's approach and the infrastructure we've created. And hopefully I can share with you some of the learning, but also the fact that we use a very iterative approach for our planning and for our design of our wellbeing survey. So I hope that will really excite people.
Thank you so much for taking the time today. It was great to chat to you. And if anybody would like to find out more about Dal's session or about the programme in general, check out our website for details there and also how to book the upcoming conference. And join us again next time. We'll be taking 5 minutes with another one of our speakers on the International Forum's programme. Thank you very much and goodbye.